So, what we're going to do today is we are going to explore a little bit of expressive arts by um, indulging ourselves visually, looking at something which is going to sound pleasant, which is going to give us a little bit of relaxation, and to experience that gentleness, the ocean, the sounds, the soothing waves, the peaceful music. No, you're just going to visualize. You're going to see, as well as you're going to listen to it. So it would be nice if you're able to connect yourselves with earphones so that you can see that. So just go with the instructions which I'm going to give you, because we're not going to end only with this. This is an multi-model approach which we are going to use today in expressive arts therapy. So, if you've attended my expressive art therapy sessions earlier, you would have known that expressive arts is just like expression of our own selves, and getting in touch with our authentic self, getting in touch with our genuine self, and just express what we feel, which we are not able to verbally express. So it's very important. It's something like a meditation which takes you to in touch with your own self, where you can be very like experience that yourself, that innate self of yours. And everybody by birth has this inborn trait of artistic skills, which differs from individual to individual based on your genetic constitution and your experiences. So, with that, some of us are very comfortable and we're very expressive in visual arts. Some of us can be expressive in storytelling, narration, those skills we can have. Some of us can enact, we can act well. So that is the drama therapy, the role play, the chair technique, all this we use. And the music, listening to music is a very big healer, as well as it triggers different uh, like episodes of you, with which your therapist will be able to help you to heal over it and feel better. So that's one thing. And dance movement therapy, experiencing dance movement therapy is nothing but body movement therapy. You don't need to know dance really to experience this. So let us just go on with the flow today. I want you to just be fully focused on what we're going to do. So, as I told you in the beginning, we're going to use an intermodal approach. I want you to connect with earphones, as well as I want you to use bring in some colors. When I give you the instruction, when you have to use colors, then you can go with that option. I would prefer paint over color pencils or crayons or sketch pens, and later we can just explore like different things. So, can if we can begin, just please put a thumbs up if you've understood the instructions as of now. Yeah, thank you. So I want you to, I'll repeat the instruction again. I want you to watch, I want you to hear, and this will go on for only a certain amount of time. And after that, I'll tell you the next step of what we are going to do today. experience the beauty of the shore, the waves, the sand, and the sky. Now, I want you to just imagine yourself sitting there. Imagine yourself sitting there on the shore, observing the waves. Maybe you let the water touch your feet. You're purely enjoying the serenity, tranquility, and calmness. You're getting in touch with your inner truth. We are going to the next step now. What we're going to do now is we're going to continue your own visualization in this peaceful space where you're putting yourself in. And we're going to come up with a piece of artwork which like comes to your mind. What do you feel like when you're sitting on the shore, you're looking at the waves, and like whatever your feelings are, whatever your thoughts are, I want you to make a pictorial representation of it. And I would prefer paint over color pencil. If you do not have paint, it's also fine. You can go with the materials you have. If this instruction is understood, please put a thumbs up. I'll type the instruction as well. Step 1 was, please listen to this music for a while. Step 2 is, color. You can shape. You can sketch. Make your piece of art. So there's no right or wrong. Whatever you're making is arts. And I would prioritize painting over the other modalities of visual arts. Those who understood the instructions, please put a thumbs up. Let's go ahead with the artwork. You are now sitting there on the shore, gazing at the sea with a coloring notebook in hand. You listen to the sound of the waves. You're feeling very grounded as you're sitting on the shore. You're purely in connect with nature, the open sky, sand, and water. It is early in the morning. You're waiting there to look at the sunrise. You've come early to look at the sunrise. As you're sitting there in isolation and just You're getting in touch with yourself and you're expressing whatever you feel on your art book. You're just pouring out your emotions, your thoughts. Art's a beautiful way of expressing yourself. As you're working on your piece of art, there might be various things you want to put up as you began. You get ideas of what these things to include in your work. Now you started enjoying your artwork well. relaxed as you're putting out everything on a piece of paper. You can take it being in this safe place. If you've completed with your piece of art, I request you to take a photograph of it and WhatsApp your piece of work to me privately. I'll put my number in the chat box so that you can WhatsApp. The piece of work you're sharing with me is your private work. Deepa Mani, I'm sending the instructions again on WhatsApp. You can have a look at what we've been doing. Those who have finished your artwork, I request you to send it to me privately. My number is in the chat box. once I receive the artwork from the rest of you, we can have a discussion together. Okay, so can I listen from the group members who've shared your work about like your experience and what title you would give for your piece of artwork? Can I start? Yes, Ranjan.
My title would be Tranquility because I feel the calmness in the show.
Okay. So
It's a
how
good
was your
experience to, first of
experience?
all,
Just a second. Yeah, how was your experience? How did you feel throughout?
throughout the artwork, I felt peaceful because, first of all, we had some time to sit in that particular place and imagine. This was a safe place. So I took in all the qualities of that particular place. My title is Tranquility. So I felt the calmness within me. And then when I started to draw it, I imagined myself sitting in that place. So I love to make sand castles. I like to build a home. So I have depicted that in the diagram in my picture. Also, that water, I like to bring the water connection connectivity to the sand castle. So I have paved a way for that. And on the
Yeah,
side, I have done some artwork with the shells that is present there. So always when I go to beaches, I imagine the shells being around there, so that I could make so that I could make some kind of an artwork, a pattern in that.
very beautiful. And may I know why it is like behind you? Is there any particular reason that it's behind you?
I completed the artwork. Before the sunrise, I completed the artwork. And after that, I moved on to face the ocean and the sunrise to watch the sunrise. So I like to see that entire picture
So
without
you've
missing it.
completed the whatever you need to do here. You've done some sand play,
Yes.
you've done some art and craft, and then you move forward to look at the sunrise. Nice,
Yes.
very beautiful depiction. In
Thank you.
any way, are you able to connect that with the kind of person you are?
Yes, I like to complete all my work and then I like to relax. So sunrise and sunset, both of these are my most favorite thing. So I always like to that building the home is actually work for me because it is like a responsibility, and then I take some time to relax myself, choosing using the artwork and shells and all, and after that I move forward to relax myself watching the beauty of the nature.
Nice. Um, yeah. Next, can we go to Shamla ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. A very good morning.
Very good.
Ma'am, yeah, this beach scene itself is very, very relaxing and calming. I lived in a place where we had the best of beaches around, very close to us. So, normally also we used to take our breakfast and go there. I have not drawn myself as sitting over there. So whenever I go to the beach, it would be I would spend some time. The beaches were not crowded, extremely clean also. So I would just go there, dip my feet, walk on that sand to get that texture, and be in the water. At dip my feet, okay, not the full. At least dip my feet till my calf, and I would just open my hands. I've done that there. Open my hands, and I would even twirl because there wouldn't be anybody. So this calming effect, it gives me and I would not be a person like how ma'am said, Ranjini ma'am, that I would think of, oh my God, I have to finish this work when I go back home. I have to do this. I would never think because I know that anyway everything will be done. I would enjoy the moment where I am at that time.
Good.
So that is what I've depicted.
So it's basically a walking.
I'm in the water. I'm not walking. I'm standing still in the water, just letting the waves come to my feet.
Very beautiful. Beautiful depiction. And you saw one thing that you faced towards the other side, not towards the sea.
No, because I didn't know how to draw it the
No,
other
no, it's
side.
not
Okay.
about that. It's not about that. Definitely not about that. But there's some indication that maybe you want to look, maybe you're more keen on looking at a bigger picture than confining yourself to one direction. Could that be? It can be
Yes.
something to do with our personality.
Yes, that is true.
Nice, beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, Murshida. Ma'am, what's your title? Sorry, Shamla ma'am.
Serenity.
Beautiful. Murshida, please go ahead.
Okay, I have drawn the picture as if I'm sitting in the beach and relaxing. Because I mentioned in my wording picture, so sleep and sit quietly on the beach.
Ma'am,
That's
I
my
cannot
idea
hear
of
you properly.
just a minute now. Now I'm on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That is, I have drawn the picture as if I'm sitting in the beach and relaxing. As if I have mentioned in the wordings itself, to escape and sit quietly on the beach. That's my idea of paradise. So actually, I like to sit alone on the beach and watch the waves coming, because I'm basically I'm near the seashore, 500 meters away from my home. So when I go to terrace itself, I can see the waves coming in the morning time. I actually I told you before itself about the view I like in the morning when I go and see the sea water and everything. I feel a bit relaxed. So I used to do it alone only. I like it to do it alone. So I also spend some time in the beach in the evening. Whenever I go out, I go park my car and I go to the beach and I sit alone. I like that space of time.
You're living close to the beach.
Yeah, 500 meters away. From my terrace, I could see the seashore.
Oh, nice.
See, same you have visualized in the picture. No, I can see it from my terrace like that.
Mm. So to escape and sit
So
quietly on the beach, that's my idea of paradise. Is your phrase.
yes, yeah.
So it's a beautiful expression. So I think there's quite the same thing, but each of us, because we're different people. There's one person who's sitting. There's one person who wants to stand in the water. There's someone who wants to also lie and relax. So that shows the difference in personalities, how we are, and we are different people. It's not. It's the same for everyone. Okay, can I hear from Pragati and Lakshmi Rao about your experience? Could you give a title to what you've done, your piece of artwork?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Actually, I wasn't able to make any artwork. I didn't know how to make it. Means nothing was coming out of me.
Hmm.
And
So maybe
yes.
that's giving you some insights that you're thinking, no? You're processing something.
Sorry.
You're processing something, no? Still, you're trying to think. You're trying to come up with something, no? Still, that's a process.
Yeah, I just don't know how to put my feelings into the artwork.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
just not getting any ideas for that. That is why I was not able to make it.
So I think that is your takeaway. That is your
Okay.
takeaway. That it's you're just trying to get in touch with yourself, but there's some block for you to express it.
Okay.
So maybe that's the area we need to like work on in future.
Okay.
Otherwise, how would you term the overall experience?
Actually, being on a beach like this alone, I don't know why it just makes incites fear in me. It makes me fearful. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't. Everyone who are talking about this, the feeling of tranquility and solitude. I don't like this feeling.
exactly.
Uh,
So everybody
yeah,
doesn't feel the same is also a takeaway for all of us. So it's different for different people. So for you, it's a different experience.
yeah,
As I mentioned in the beginning, it will be different for different people based on your own experiences and the kind of person you are.
okay.
Thank you, Pragati. Is there anything you want to share?
Um, when I think that if I'm present on a beach like this in such kind of an environment, the thing which comes into mind that what I would like to do, I would like to go into the water, deep into the water, and I would just like to take the waves I would just like to go and flow with the water, then take the waves to whichever way they want me to.
Nice. You want to just feel it, you want to experience it. So there's someone who's like,
For moments, for moments I have experienced when I have on a beach. Then for a moment I was inside the water and I have experienced. So I would like to have that experience to be taken
I,
away by being.
yeah, I had a client who was coming to sessions for PTSD. For her, I'm not talking about anyone here. It's my client. It's just her experience that I want to share. When she was a child, when she went out on two families together, they went on an outing. She almost drowned in the sea. And after that bad experience in the sea, she never wanted to go to the sea, though she lives in an area which is close by to the sea. So her experience to for her experiences, unless she's doing some self work, she can never experience things as something as smooth or relaxing, or she cannot. If she's made to sit in this place and I give the same activity to her, she will definitely say that I'll run away, or she may say that I don't want to be in that place. She's scared of uh, the sea. She's scared. That's what she told me. That's
Mhm.
that's why I told you that experiences is what comes out when we indulge in this kind of work. Because it's the first, maybe this is the first time where you were trying to do something, connect yourself, and do work with arts. Whereas the others present were have been my students for quite some time, so they've explored it earlier. That also can be one of the reason why you were not able to put it in a piece of paper.
Yes, ma'am. This is my first time experience with such kind of thing.
Nice, but you were coming up with a lot of explanation and themes, and your very genuine explanations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can I hear a little from Lakshmi Rao? Okay. Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm a little disturbed, so I was not really able to follow much because there was disturbance. But yeah, so I was just trying to like more of the takeaway after uh, like I'm just trying to get into that mode because I came in a little disturbed.
Hmm. So you
So
came
that
in a bit little disturbed, and after that, how was it experience to you?
I mean I was not able to put it on paper or anything as such. I was just flowing with the flow and trying to experience it kind of a thing.
So, what is a theme that you would give for this experience? Though you joined late, you were there for some time present, and you also heard what the other people spoke.
Yeah, yes. I mean that is a big takeaway that I felt right now when I heard her say that. I never assumed that it could also not be coming. I mean, a solitude and things like that was a big takeaway. I'm just actually taking right now because I always assume that a beach and other things. So, and I can see that traces sometimes when people ask me to just sit still and quiet and listen and let go. I would either go to sleep or kind of distract myself rather than actually
Hmm.
be in the moment. So, and when I resonated with her completely. I think I'm really resonating with her. So, that kind of, I would always think, why am I not doing it? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But maybe I should really think about, there is something in it that I am not doing it.
Yeah, maybe we need to process it. Then we get a clear picture of what is the hurdle. Sometimes,
Yeah.
situations and people can be external blocks, but sometimes we do have our own internal blocks which we need to work on. And if we work on it, we will definitely be able to reach where we want to reach.
Yeah.
And if you ask me, my own experiences, thank you, ma'am. My own experiences with the beach would be like I'm someone who's really fond of beaches. And whenever I get an opportunity to play in water, I think the child within me pops up, whether it is a waterfalls or waves, or whether it is a pond. All these things, like I got something like, I think that during my childhood I was not taken out very frequently, and I wanted to actually explore. But all that happened after my marriage. After my marriage, I traveled a lot, and I think my husband also liked it, so he was also trying to explore. I was also trying to explore different places, and mostly I'm fond of these water places, hill stations, and such things. So it gives me a lot of excitement. To me, it is not soothing or my experiences, excitement, a lot of excitement, fun. And my parents are a little scared when they take me out anywhere closer to the water, if they're like we're on a family trip or something, because they think like I become naughty. They think I'm naughty, and I'll end up getting into trouble. Some You're taking some risk taking behaviors is what they generally say. But I think to me it doesn't feel like that, but I just want to explore, maybe like how much you can go inside that you're not harmed. I want to explore that, how much you get inside something, and I want to experience it and see. But then I think safety is very important. That is also something which we need to take into consideration. But somewhere I think I want to explore. I want to explore, and I like adventure. I like thrilling experiences, but I think when I'm going with my heart, I should also take my brain with me, that I don't get into trouble, and nowhere my safety is a question mark. That is very important, is what I feel. So we just heard the experiences of everyone here. So, taking all that into consideration, as well as what I spoke, I just want each one of you to just complete the session with a few words. And there were some people who were not present with us during the art process, or expressing the art process. That could be their own inhibitions, maybe or may not, but it could be, there's a possibility that there is a need for us to inhibit from expressing our authentic self to someone. The people I already know, who have a good rapport with me, and who are comfortable are talking to me about it. But it's not possible for everybody to do that. And no, that could be one of the reason why some of them maybe refrained themselves or closed when it came to sharing the experience. Yeah, anyone can go ahead. Yes, Shamla ma'am, your takeaway from today's activity.
Um, it was a calming effect for me, and I believe a lot in mindfulness. You know, you have running thoughts so much with you. So when I do artwork like this, I just get into another space. So I don't think there are a lot of worries for each one of us, even me at this. But then, you know, those 20 minutes, half an hour, I'm just transported to, and I don't think. So for me, artwork and going into this therapy is more of mindfulness. And I really enjoy these sessions a lot. Thank you.
Ranjani.
Since this activity, I had imagined that I was on the shore, so I found to be serene. But if the activity was like being in a boat or inside the or within, I mean, if I had moved into the sea, somewhat I can relate to what Pragati ma'am had told, because that would be a different thing. Being on the shore is like being on the land, but then being inside the boat or going into the water, it's like the land is going down, it's fully water, so it is quite imbalanced. We don't have the stability to be there, just like how we have it on the land. So in that case, I was able to imagine whatever Pragati ma'am was telling, but then I do not have fear inside me. I have the confidence that I will just come through whatever happens.
Mm.
So even if it's drowning, or even if it's huge waves, or even if it's like tsunami waves, so I was confident about getting through it and coming. I did not have that fear, but I can imagine those situations in mind.
Yeah. But it's still the person's choice of how much they want to explore in the water. No,
Yes.
it's personal choice. It's not compulsory for everybody to get into the sea. It depends upon each one's comfort, your decision, and your safety being the priority. Yes, Ranjini, thank you. Yeah, the others? Yeah, quickly. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, as I was watching this video, I felt a bit relaxed, and the music made my mind very soothing at the starting itself. Because usually I'll sit on the seashore and just watch the sea without any music. Only I have spent time, but with the music, while imagining it, was very nice. That feel gave me some happiness in my mind. So that's what the picture I draw that spontaneously came into my mind. What I drew.
Yeah.
So as I was sitting in the beach with the chair
Yeah.
and that scenery, everything came into my mind automatically, and I just draw that thing. That was a wonderful feeling. And because as I was in the near the seashore, I like every time I wanted to go to the beach with all my relatives when they come home, and we go to the beach water and we enjoy it. And it was very nice feeling for me always, because everyone will come to my home to go to the beach only. So
Mm.
they come there, come, let's go to the beach in the evening time after 5 o'clock, and they really wanted to enjoy the sea water, and they wanted to play in the water and everything. So I always have that pleasure of living near the sea. So
Mm.
whenever people come, and they love to come to my home to go to the beach only in the early morning time as well as in the evening time. So often I'll go and enjoy in the sea water and everything. So it was literally the good feeling when I saw this scenery, and when I saw this video and everything. It felt the happiness came into my mind automatically, like I'm enjoying with all the people around me.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. The other two of you, you have something to share? A few words before we close. You heard the experiences of others as well as your own. So, what's your takeaway? Yeah, Lakshmi Rao, Pragati.
On the same thing I shared before. So it's a repeat. So
Sorry?
no, I already shared with you, right? That's the experience, and I really taking away with a new understanding of myself.
Okay. Thank you. Pragati?
Thank you.
Um, though I was not able to uh, portray my expressions over the paper, but the whole session did give me some insight of my feelings. Though I'm not able to process it completely, but it gave me a glimpse of it. So
Thank you.
I would like to process it further.
Yeah, please do WhatsApp me for queries. Okay, yeah. Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for your active participation today. So let's meet up again in the next session. Tomorrow we have Ranjani's program, being the International Health Day. We are going to focus on mental health. And yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank
Always,
you.
guys. Thank you. Happy Sri Ramanavami.
Thank you, ma'am. Same to you.
Happy Sudan.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very
ma'am.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.